Alright, we'll play this for a little bit. I've got like, let's see, about an hour 15, hour 40 or so. You got like 2 more hours left until you beat it. I saw that it was about 12 hours long, so I figure maybe, depending on if I go collect a bunch of shit, maybe 2 more streams? Which is fine by me. Like I said, I don't really need a Metroidvania type game to be like a 40-hour long experience. I'm good with like 12 to 14 hours. Like, Silk Song is getting DLC. And as much as I enjoyed playing it, I was happy with the time I spent. I know there's a lot more that people wanted me to experience, and sorry about that. But that was like the perfect amount of time. And that was also with me, like, actually one-shotting bosses, somehow. Chad, I miss him.
Thundershot. Open up areas that were locked. You may want to explore some of the places you've already been.
Thanks, man. But it's not enough to hear his voice. In my restless dreams, I see that face. There's an item here, apparently. Annoying. I want to go and turn in my green crystals. Oh, I see. Have we already discussed how labial these entrances look? Yeah. Yeah, that was day one. That was day one. Day two was, a whole lot worse. You know, there are things that just inherently look like a colonoscopy. It's interesting, right? What was the thought about designing every door like that? Well, only in some areas. That's just the Lemorn as a race really enjoy that sort of thing. But some areas don't have that. There is something that happens in this game that doesn't happen in Prime 1, though, that I'll give it credit for. Some of the doors, well, most of the doors, if they have a lock, like, you know, fire, lightning, or ice, you can open it once, and then you never have to switch beams again. Whereas Prime 1, you have to switch every time. I don't know if I don't think they fixed that in the remaster, but... they didn't. There's really no need for me to be back here so soon, but...
There you are.
So apparently these chuckle fucks had 30 minutes of additional dialogue that was cut.
They were searching for a way to turn grievers back in the research lab in Icebelt.
They couldn't see them as monsters. Grievers were once their friends and family. Wouldn't you try to save them?
I mean, yeah, but if my family tried to eat me, I'd run away screaming.
It's hard to imagine how we'd react in their position. The Lemorn were good people. Brave. They refused to give up hope. I admire their faith.
I guess it was just more stuff like that.
See you soon.
Two bits of cut dialogue reference the currency used in Metroid's extremely old manga series, not mentioned in any games. We didn't really know, I mean before, I hate to say Other M again, but before Other M we really didn't know very much about Samus. There's some, like, I guess there were some hints in the instruction manuals, correct me if I'm wrong, but not much really went into Samus's background in too much detail, aside from, like, obscure kind of comics.
Samus, welcome back.
What did it do for us to know? I guess it makes the Ridley fights more interesting, and her relationship with the Chozo race I find to be kind of cool. I think it's good backstory, but Other M kind of demystified all of it, and it did it in a really weird, clunky way. So I'm fine. You know, it's nice to know a little bit, but... So I was gonna say you don't need to know everything about Mario, but sometimes he comes from Brooklyn, sometimes he's a plumber, sometimes you know nothing about him. And Nintendo refuses to give you any more information. But it's also a very different series than Metroid. But it's a weird thing because in Other M, Samus talks way too much. And in this game, people will have full conversations with her and she won't even acknowledge them. the most she'll do is like a head tilt. So it's like a really weird dichotomy. Now they're afraid to do anything with Samus because I think Other M was like a fairly very divisive experience. Well, that is a really pointless upgrade. God, you weren't kidding. Already halfway to the next upgrade. What's upgrade number 3? Anything good? Green crystal radar. Oh, so you can get more crystal? That sounds really cool. I think next is Ice Belt, right? Mackenzie was telling me about it. Ice Belt is cool, yes, but have you heard of Dance Belt? Wait, didn't this... Sorry, friends, I'm busy. So from the big rocks or the crystals in the shrines, you can pretty much ignore the rest now. Good to know. I don't remember if I've done this shrine. I guess not. You can speed up the shot with L now. Oh, that's... I thought that was the default speed upgrade. I was like, oh, it's 10% faster. That's awesome. There are usually other upgrades down here. You saw it? That's cool. Oh, that's really fast now. Alright, let's go to the ice area. I don't think I can get the full lightning power up yet.
Thundershot will open up areas that were locked before. You may want to explore some of the places you've already been.
You kind of just get numb to it. Which is my answer for most things, but... especially Miles McKenzie. There is another item up here. Gonna have to collect golem parts at some point. It seems fairly obvious. Psychic dance belt. Oh, I didn't have this before. That's why I couldn't get up there. Ah! Did you not get the item for the mech parts? No. Will you play the recently discovered Resident Evil Game Boy Color? Apparently, it was a 98% complete version of it, which is the furthest along any leak has been. But I did play an earlier version of that, I think. I'm almost positive I did. It's really interesting. It's one of the most weird and kind of crazy ports. Like, it doesn't... The pitch for that game existing doesn't even make sense. Like, hey, let's do Resident Evil with the pre-rendered stuff on the Game Boy Color. And then someone was like, okay, I guess we'll just do that. And then they did it. And it almost was successful. And then they shit-canned it. Resident Evil, 4 on the Zeebo. Remind me what the fuck a Zeebo is again? I feel like I've seen a video of that port. Is there any way to emulate Resident Evil 4 on the Zeebo? Because I really want to check that out. Brazilian console that sucks shit. Yeah, I say it would be fun to emulate, just like for like shits and giggles for a Sunday stream or something, but is it really? That was a Lemorne's brother. All right, we know where everything is now. It's too late. I've seen everything. Oh no. Delivery truck. The Zeebo version of Resident Evil 4 is only 7 megabytes in size. I'm sorry. And you're telling me Call of Duty is 400 gigs. So I guess maybe on the... There's not a lot of positives lately, and the RAM prices and the companies even like making less SSDs. Like I think like Samsung is not making any more SATA. But are developers going to have to optimize again? NVIDIA just announced 30 to 40% less consumer-grade GPUs for gaming. Yeah, we live in a stupid fucking time, don't we? What's that? You have a 5080? Congratulations, you're future-proof for 30 years. Storage monitor terminal monitors materials and storage. Currently online. Data corrupted. Non-functional storage gate has been completely severed from its circuitry and cannot be operated. Well, I guess the positive is scamming old people is easier now than ever. So we don't need affordable RAM or GPUs. It's fine. Oh god, I'm dumb. I didn't see that. Spider ball. Sorry, psychic ball. That'll be soon. Get that psychic spider ball. Hell yeah. Get to read the minds of other ball. battle android from the Federation. All systems nominal, 58% battery charge remaining, can be activated via its startup switch. Oh.
Scanning for hostiles. Greetings, Abbas Aaron. You have a new suit. I am View 995, Galactic Federation Golem pilot. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am not receiving signals from the Federation base. Perhaps we are out of range. I will accompany you. Day keep the engineers away.
Oh my god, dude. That's super cool. Battle android pilot of heavyweight class golem war mechs. He's equipped with a mini missile launcher on each shoulder and palm-mounted sonic boom emitters.
BUT 995, Galactic Federation golem pilot, reporting for duty.
You notice how it zoomed in a little bit like a Bethesda game?
This door is blocking your way. Allow me to assist. The way is clear. Moving forward, please let me know when I can clear the way.
Listen. Listen.
If you would like me to clear the way, please scan the obstacle. Affirmative. Free speed, respectful. All notes.
Oh no. I want to try to slow his voice down even more. Listen.
I can help. Dispatch. You should be able to destroy it. I cannot cross this chasm. Please continue without me.
How could I? After the friendship, the bond, I'll do my best, but it's gonna be tough. Actually, best character in the game.
Feel free to explore. I will scout the area for an exit.
Shadi Haram Hinara Panagesh Osamate Fantalit Sagashaden Din Sakula Gamad Kilakastin Alem Fishana Akazan Karan Tek Tunakel Salesh Sake Amor Jataneth Dangeti Salesh Entelam Madenat Gadlata Namor Kasaladich Tunakel Salesh Pasakarich Sostelanak Tingashulat Malda Tekanich Zolstelen Sostelanaka Din Lebasil Gusanich Kitalajin Malda Tekinda Geti Selesh Zolstelen Chatsaga
What if they weren't ready?
Bashalan Delantiko Salate Virus Krashanich, Din Salam. Zahel Aegis. Tangalatin Sasek, Jakham Galet, Hamas.
Uh-oh.
Nalta Tekanich Geti. Kaladich. Osman, Shinkaneth, Brazil.
So they were psychic and monsters. Freaking sweet. Lamorne made horrors beyond my comprehension. Large psychic lift. Surface is heavily damaged. It's inoperable. Seek the depths to ascend the stars. Prove your worthiness. The Lamorne are pretty stupid, aren't they? We just do shit. Oh yeah, we're gonna embed crystals into people now. It's like, maybe there's a reason they didn't develop psychic powers. Their hearts were full of rancor and piss. And vile thoughts. But yes, the green shower, they were just trying to save their planet. But they were fucking with forces that should not have been fucked with. You say it like humans wouldn't do this in a heartbeat. I see many parallels. People are gonna put chips in their brain that allow them to generate 50 gigs of Lola Bunny porn on command. I told you, this was a thing. Jarvis! And it's gonna be like, yeah, they're gonna have like computers in their head, and they're gonna trigger airport alarms. That's where all the RAM is going. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great to have social media uploaded directly to your brain, so you just can't escape it? That's the one thing, like, I'm watching the show Pluribus, and I have some problems with it. Like, I guess anything. I mean, not that my opinion's worth anything, but I'm enjoying it. Bravo, Vince, and all that. But the thing that is most unrealistic is suddenly all human beings, and this is in the pilot episode, basically, but suddenly all human beings are connected. They have a psychic connection with each other. And they're all happy. What? And that's the thing, I think Bravo Vince isn't going for, like, oh, that the hive mind is evil and they're trying to destroy humanity. I think it's a little bit more of a complex thing than that. And yeah, I mean, they just genuinely seem content. Oh, this is a new thing. Oh. That's actually a really cool power. I think this might be one of the most interesting new ideas in the game. And it's just a simple morph ball thing. So one of the things I liked most about the original Prime series were the morph ball puzzles and the half pipes. And it's barely used. Well, that's okay. At least there's plenty of stuff you get to shoot with an opposite element. How are you liking the enemy variety in this game? Weak. Kinda weak. I already talked about it in a previous stream. I wish there was more, and I wish they were more than mostly robots in this one enemy type. It's also the nature of the story they're trying to tell. But that's why I kind of want to descend the depths of a planet again. And just see weird life forms and you know, just as many enemies, like, and varieties of enemies as possible. I think it'd be fun. Melting. It's melting. Right? I'm sure there's other stuff, like, you know, for backtracking just to get 100%. But nothing I'm particularly willing to devote any time to get. I also, with Prime games, I don't usually go for 100% anyway. Just energy tanks and missiles, yeah. The usual. Oh, it's this door. Did you see today's trailer for Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie? I only know their Wii music bit, the Wii, the shop. That's all I know from them. I'm sorry, I don't know their stuff. Oh, do I have the ability to upgrade my Thundershot more? I got the first upgrade. I just wasn't sure if I had the required materials. Spider ball. Chad, who's watching from work? It's a decent amount of people. Your employer will be notified. Someone said they're even watching it on their Wi-Fi. Evil. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell their employers, I'm gonna be like, listen, I need all of your employees to watch my streams. I need to inflate my viewer numbers. Can you do it for me? My boss is watching too. What's up, boss? Yo, can you put me on the payroll, boss? Or at least give me some benefits? You know Twitch has no benefits? You have to pay for all your own benefits, and in New York City it fucking sucks diseased yak penis. It's true. So yeah, if you can get me on that benefits package, I'd be really mundo grateful. Mundo appreciado.
Everybody left for the mine. You can meet them there. Oh, and I just made contact with View 995. I sent them the mine's coordinates. They should be on their way to
View
the mine.
985. He happens to be a streamer, a wacky streamer man. You don't even get dental? No, I don't get dental. No, I'm not struggling. I'm just complaining to complain, but I don't... there was a misconception about benefits at one point. I remember, this was like a couple years ago, there were people that genuinely thought Twitch gave benefits. I'm like, Amazon doesn't give anyone fucking... There's no streamers with benefits. You have to pay for your own. I remember there's some weird discourse about it I saw on some fuck-ass social media. Probably Twitter. But no, there's none of that. I mean, listen, I'm very happy I get to do what I want for a living. I'm not complaining about that. I love it. I get to play Metroid Prime 4 for a living. And I do okay. I do very modestly okay. For where I'm at, though, I've seen people, like, rake in the dough. The real dough. By doing hype trains and all that stuff. But I'm doing okay. The negatives are that, yeah, you gotta pay for your own benefits, which suck. And also, there's no job security. Zero. And if you accidentally show a nipple, you're done, son. What was the other one? Where was the other shrine? Ring of Thunder? The shrine is directly south. Also, I kind of understand why streamers are hesitant to take vacations, myself included for many years. When I went to Vegas, I lost like 25% of my subs. And that was like 6 days I was gone, generally. Something like that, about 6 days. I think most of them eventually came back, but I get it. It's something that you freak out about. But that's why I try to not spend too crazily and save, because it's just so... It's such a big question mark. It's gotta get some Costco gold. I did this one, right? I think I did this one last night. I'm glad you did take a vacation. I'm not gonna let that stop me anymore, because... experiences are more important than material. When you can get to that level comfortably, which I'm lucky I have that. That's very nice that I can have that. I'm just saying, though, that's the thing that I think freaks people out and burns people out. Is it the Floating Path Shrine? No? It's the Labyrinth Shrine. The Labyrinth Shrine. I was told it was directly south from here. I'm confused now. Falling Labyrinth? Is it this one? Oh. You know what's confusing about it is there's no marker that there's items I have to get there, but I probably got them separately. For anyone just joining who hasn't watched any of my other Metroid Prime 4 streams, yes, the desert is the weakest part of the game so far. So far! Oh, yeah, this one. Oh. Hmm. Ooh, no, don't do that. At a certain point, you can't cheese your way up. Really not that bad if you just, like, follow the exit. Just solve the puzzle. Lol. Lewel. Sorry, Lewel. Right. Okay. Oh my god, that's... Whoa! Yeah, that's Palpatine mode. Alright, Samus, everyone's at the mine.
Samus, let us accompany you. But one issue. Looks like we can't get across. Mackenzie tells me the bridge controls are on the other side of this gap. What do you think?
Samus, hey, if you can get this bridge working, there's an elevator on the other side that'll take you down into the mines. You'll want to be careful underground. I'm not getting any readings.
That's why we're here. Ready when you are, Samus.
Maybe they could have had the robot chuck one of them across the gap. Like, let's say Miles McKenzie. He's really not that bad. He's got a couple unfortunate lines real early on. If they got rid of those couple of lines, like, literally just like 4 lines, if they got rid of those lines, it wouldn't have ever, I don't think, have been an issue. People would have been upset about the hand-holding, but not specifically the character. He's really not that bad. First impressions are important, man. He Jar Jars in the poodoo immediately. Ah!
Thought I did all that training. What is it?
Nothing good.
Reavers inbound. Multiple contacts. Open fire!
Halo looks a little different these days.
Elevators here. Let's go. Now.
I like that that's all it took. They don't even need to do anything. They just need to let the robot do it.
Grievers just kept coming.
They're good soldiers. They can hold their own.
Why'd we stop?
I don't know. Might be stuck.
Let's get out of here.
Copy that. We can't get down from here. Lead the way, Samus.
So, obviously, I mentioned earlier Samus not talking and barely even giving a nod sometimes. But I think it's only weird because it's like a cutscene. But I think about Half-Life. Gordon doesn't say shit, and plenty of people talk to him. So if it was delivered more like you're just watching stuff around you happen, I don't think it would have been that bad.
So this is the belly of the beast, huh? Not impressed.
Whoa. This place is huge. Hello?
No, not that way. The suit's microphone is broken. I actually think that's a... that's kind of an amazing explanation. That's actually... Man, that works. That could easily be incorporated into the story. She just taps, like, the microphone area, and someone's like, oh, got it. Well, I'll do all the talking, Samus. Done.
Thank you, Samus.
Watch your step.
Yes, sir.
We need robot.
Ah! You shocked me!
If you find a way out of here, let us know by scanning it.
I mean, they didn't even attempt to look over here.
What do we have here?
Grab a side, Sarge.
I don't like being underground. You get buried alive. No one would ever know.
Minebot. Excavation android created during the machine era, host to an AI specially developed for excavating. Its
Well,
battery
does it
has no
bring back some
charge.
memories?
I'll tell you some other time.
Ore container that detached from the ceiling rail, blocking the passageway as it crashed.
Let's catch our breath.
Okay. Yeah.
Someone said, I can't believe Nintendo showed this far into the game. Did they show this in a trailer or something? They did, a little bit.
Doesn't look like there's a way down without the elevator.
Whoa. It's updating in real time. Look at all these natural caverns.
We're in luck. Looks like they connect to the lower levels of the mine.
We can use these to reach the teleporter key.
Let's look for a way in.
Bomb slot. One of my many names. New bullshit. Well, they just like, they just fucking destroy themselves. Bum slut. Alright. Chat member. Chat member, is it nap time?
I got you, Samus.
On three. Three.
I mean, it's cool. They are building an atmosphere here. It looks nice. Lighting is nice. But yeah, having to wait for the door opening. Let's hope that doesn't happen too much more.
Might need to come back for this one. Get ready.
So close to getting the scan. A large excavation drill built to excavate bedrock and bore mining tunnels. It is operated via a connected control terminal. Drill engine is currently off.
Whoa. What's this huge thing?
According to the map, those cabins should be right below us.
Do you ever find yourself spinning the wrong way in life?
Nice work, Samus. Now let's get this baby into position. Easy does it. That's as high as it'll go. Just need to aim it. Shoot! The hinge is jammed. Samus, you're up.
Haven't used this in a while. Is that even... Wait, is that even correct? Pin removal will force it to aim downward. I don't know if I just didn't do that right, or if it was the right thing. I fell off the drill. Dig!
Well, that's one way to do it. Okay. Let's start it up.
Sarge?
Yeah.
Hold them off until we punch through.
New form, Maul Griever. Griever variant adapted to caverns of great mines. Strong forearms allowed to dig through bedrock at high speeds. Very muscly. God, that attack is stupidly good. Samus is taking out 90% of these creatures. I wonder if that's going to be a Metroid plot at some point. The Federation's evil, and they want to reverse engineer Samus's suit and Samus herself so they can manufacture better Federation soldiers. It's every other sci-fi concept ever. And like from dinosaurs to Alien, from Alien. That's what Silex's suit is, Federation technology he stole. Oh, good for him.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Speaking of Silex, he sure is in this game, isn't he? I didn't know Samus could do that. Wow. See, Federation Force is here. A little bit.
We can go down to the next level. Jump into the hole. Change of plans. You'll be safe. They can't follow you anymore.
Wait! No!
Huh?
See you on the other side, kid.
Sarge! Do you read me? Sarge!
That was dumb. Can't they tunnel through the ground? Yeah, that's how they arrived here, was tunneling.
Let's go. We've got work to do.
Okay. Organic barrier. The barrier is sectioned into several parts consisting of mutated proteins and a luminescent membrane. Stimulating the membrane will cause the sections to briefly contract. Oh, it's a sphincter.
I can't believe
Quite literally a sphincter. Meteorita. Feeds primarily on rock ore, which it dissolves using highly acidic digestive juices. It uses its 4 pairs of legs to climb rock walls. The marrow furnace. They're just living here peacefully. Samus, was that really necessary? I don't suppose it's more grievers that can... well, that's a shame. Sorry, Sarge. Pop Crawler uses its long, slender body to leap up and attack prey by spitting a hazardous, thorny, solid object. Yeah, I like these kinds of creatures. That's a very Metroid 2 type creature. I don't want to see what a Metroid game would be like where one of those would do a full energy tank worth of damage. Bokask. Fruit variant. Pulp covered by a thin membrane, its protective calyx is extremely hard, allowing the fruit to grow to enormous size. This is kind of the weirdly, I mean, it's not exactly what I was thinking, but when I mentioned earlier, like, descending deeper into a planet, like other Metroid, and seeing weird creatures and life forms and just strange planet biology, this is kind of what I meant. Hardest mineral found on Vuros, only psychic energy from the form of a diffused oscillation blast wave can pulverize it. Don't know what that means yet. Samus with no regard for her fellow friends. If they're even friends, I don't know. Maybe Samus isn't down for that kind of friendship where someone is just fawning over them 24/7. Lives on the floors. Snareweed lives on the floors of narrow cave passages. They will electrocute creatures on contact using the tips of their feelers, trapping them. Highly flammable. Fiber bundle made of incombustible organic material, highly flexible. High flexibility makes it resistant to all energy and shockwaves. Fluid is stored in its core, which can be punctured with sufficient physical force.
won't quit. Sarge wouldn't let me. We can do this.
Cave Shren Hive. This hive has been formed from a mixture of chewed up plants and ores mixed with the saliva of cave Shren. It is both flammable and fragile. Even more vicious Shren variant, these prefer to nest in groups on cave walls. They can spit venom from their mouth and will charge directly at threats. I mean, I really want more of these enemies to be an actual threat. I don't know if hard mode immediately kind of just does that. Cave roach. This arthropod prefers to live in groups, primarily in humid caves. It's omnivorous and feeds primarily on plants, though it can digest human carcasses. Samus is like, these life forms don't deserve to live. Hasn't Samus always been a damage sponge, though? Yeah, Dread was a little more of a different story. Stop with the missiles.
No.
Stop with the missiles. Gives missiles. I don't really play Metroid games for the combat. I prefer exploring. No. Me too. There's a lot of reasons to play a Metroid game that isn't combat, but I'm wondering if that concept can't be unified, because this game has a lot of shooting. And I think just having, yeah, difficulty mode from the start, where some of the life forms are more of a threat, would be, I think I would enjoy that.
Looks like something's back there.
I'm not going for 100% scans anyway. That's fine.
This looks like our way out. How do we get through? That noise is like the enemy.
Samus, I'm on fire! Samus, aren't you conscientious of other people? She just nods her head. She just shakes her head no.
We need to find a way to break through the rubble back there. What is that? Abandoned vehicle.
She only likes birds, and I respect it. As a bird friend, I enjoy birds, and I will say, I respect it too.
Samus. This'll do nicely. We can use it to break through that wall. Come on, you can do it. That a girl. Here we go. This'll do. Samus, I'll clear the rebel. Just keep him off me, okay? Cover me while I clear this rebel.
It's a lot of combat. Whoa. Did that just... Does it just explode? Almost out of ammo.
Hang on! There, that's our way out.
Big drill vehicle trope is fun. It's in Total Recall. It's in other things that I cannot recall. So I'm not totally recalling.
I got this.
Yeah, this isn't the best Metroid style gameplay. These whole caves feel like a different game. Some like third thing. Not really. Kinda got this. Did you see that? Knocked a missile into his friend.
Yes, we got through. Samus, now's your chance. Go! I'll be right behind you.
Sacrifice 2. Incoming.
Just keep chasing this down. Find that key, Samus. I'll keep them occupied.
It only takes me like 5 shots to kill one of these things. It's not that big of a deal.
It has been an honor serving with you.
Copy that. Well, chat, unfortunately, now I have to have some dinner and then do my band practice. So, I think we'll leave it on a cliffhanger. Yeah, no, it feels like a good place to stop. I guess there's probably one more stream of this, unless I decide to go back in 100%, which I definitely will not, but one more stream sounds about right. It is definitely... I'm at the point now where I can start to see the areas of the game that are good and excel, and I'm seeing also some of the parts of the game where it just feels very tropey and just infinite waves of enemies, and it's like, okay. So, you know, I've heard a lot of talk about how this is a good Zelda game as opposed to a Metroid game. I don't really agree with that, but I think there's, you know what? It's a good Faces of Evil game. It's a good Hotel Mario. That's what it is. I think it's a good game overall, but yeah, it's there's Metroid things here that are not as Metroidy as I'd like. So, what can you do? But yeah, it's continuing to. We'll see. It evolves. The game evolves. I'll have a full review, not even a real review, a full fake review when I'm finished with it after next stream. So yeah. We'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate your time, as always. I appreciate your continued support in whatever way. And, yeah. Thanks. I will be live tomorrow. I don't know when, but, probably normal time, I would imagine. So, yeah, stop by tomorrow at the usual 9 p.m. evening-ish time for more gaming. Goodbye.
Quem é essa menina de vermelho? Passou de robô, todo mundo quis ver. Ela que mexeu com o menosão vilão. Folga de Camaro tem grife, mas cara, robô nem se fala.